Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the live stream. I apologize. It has been a while since I've seen you guys. Just had kind of a long weekend, and also, I know the live stream was going to be on Tuesday, but with what's going on over in the Middle East right now, it just didn't seem right to trade that day, and to be essentially profiteering from it. But it seems the volatility from that directly has died down, so I think we're ready to hop right back into it. So we're starting our trading day here at around 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And you can see we now have the machine learning settings optimization button enabled. So this is the most novel way to use the new machine learning update that is going to be coming out. Also, guys, I have posted the machine learning update closed beta application for you guys on the chat. I'm sorry guys about my voice. Where you can apply there and apply for the closed beta. So check that out if you're interested in it. So I think we're just gonna hop right in here, guys. So to start out, we're definitely going to be putting it in regression mode, and we're going to be arming it in both directions. Also, I'm sorry guys, it seems that I had taken a trade earlier today when I started my computer. I just saw an opportunity, tried to take it, and it did not work out. So that's why we're down $275.90 to start out the day. But we are going to be arming it in both directions. Also, I have my executions window now open for you guys. I hope that's visible on your end. You can see also that we have it with the dynamic name right there. Looks like we got our first trade win of the day, putting us up to $83.20. Had a little bit of lag there on our entry, but it seems we're okay now. Also, guys, just want to move this around, show you that this in fact is not an OBS overlay. This isn't either. Just going to click around here and show you guys that this is in fact my account name. Just got filled here short. It's good that we got filled right before that green reverse strength line. Hopefully that'll give us a little bit of support in the downward direction there. Unfortunately, that did not lead to a trade win for us there. If this bar closes above that line, we are going to be switching it into trend mode. We have seen some correlated delta in the past few bars. Did close outside of that there. Just going to be arming it again. We just got filled long here. And there we go. There's our second win of the day. So we're at technically 2 wins, 2 losses, but we are profitable on the day. I believe there was some Fed news that came out about half an hour ago, but I'm not completely sure on that. Looks like we may be re-entering this channel. If we maintain positive delta and we re-enter that zone there with a negative price movement, that will mean a confirmed regression mode switch. Chadley's name says, how soon after the stream will the beta be available? Loving the new stream layout already. So I am going to get through the applications all by the end of the day. So Guye says, my live feed is blurry. I am so sorry about that, guys. Can someone else confirm that for me? I'll look into it. It might be a bitrate thing, but it says that we're sending 3,500 kilobytes a second. So I think it should be okay, but maybe we need to increase the resolution to compensate. I am going to be increasing the size here, just so you guys have a little bit of a better look. We're going to be arming in both directions. We did win a trade there. Unfortunately, it looks like this is probably not going to work out for us right there. Oh, we almost got stopped out. Very close. Yeah, that might be the end of the line for us. Yeah, unfortunately, there is a stop out there. What settings for the ATI and MNQ do you recommend, by the way? Please would like a response. If you're trading the hyperscalping strategy, I do recommend the hyperscalping settings. I am using the machine learning settings optimization in this video, so giving you a static settings of what I'm currently at would be kind of impossible because it's consistently being optimized. Okay, my bitrate is fine. I just manually selected 1080. Okay, guys, if you're getting any blur, just select 1080p on the stream. Oh man, just almost got filled there. There we go. That puts us up to 738 on the day. Virtue Futures asked, has the model been trained on bad habits and making mistakes on your end so far? What's been the experience with the outcome of learning? If you don't mind sharing, please. So we've done very, very careful work to ensure the baseline model is trading it correctly and properly and is not being trained on bad habits. So the model that you guys are going to be receiving is going to be the most up-to-date model. And it is going to be trained as well as I can possibly train it. And then you guys will have the option to either continuously train it yourself with new data and decision making, or just optimize it on the fly based off of the current model. So you'll have multiple ways of doing that. I just wanted to provide a lot of freedom for some of you guys who were a little bit more tech savvy and wanted to actually utilize the model itself and change the models and make their own models. What is the setting you are using? Once again, guys, I am using the new machine learning update. This is a preview, so that question doesn't really make sense because I did not pick the settings. The software is doing so itself. Love stream, came here a little late. If you already answered this question, that's great, but I was able to catch it. How do you sign up for the beta testing? So there should be a pinned message on the live chat. Let me see if I can copy and paste it once again. So how long have you been testing the machine learning? Over a month and a half now on the current model. And we've done significant back testing up to 5 years ago. Anyone who has access to Polarity currently be able to use ML or be able to purchase it. So yes, the update itself will be free, guys. Once again, though, we are doing a closed beta test. You're gonna have to apply. It's gonna be a free application. You're not gonna have to pay for that. But we are looking for users who are more tech savvy with their NinjaTrader experience. And because we're not gonna be able to provide any tech support for the beta itself, because right now the installation can be a little bit difficult. We are working on smoothing that out, and we are working on making it much easier to set up. But for the closed beta specifically, we would not be able to assist with tech support related questions on our support email. It's just too much. And but if you have issues with the software, we do have a report form that we would love for you guys to fill out when you're using it. We do want your guys' feedback with the software. And yeah, looks like here we got filled long. What aspects of the strategy is machine learning adjusting? It's going to be continuously on the fly and be adjusting your settings for entry and parameters. including but not limited to adversary detection, the imbalance ratio, and imbalance volume. It's also going to be able to reiterate on intra-tick entries on imbalances and pullback bar imbalances too. So pretty exciting stuff right there. Can I test this before purchasing? You don't have to purchase the machine learning update. It is free for all Polarity users. If I'm selecting regression and training properly, will I be unlearning the machine to my detriment? No, if you are not in training mode. If you're just in settings optimization mode, that is not going to affect it. But if you are in train the model mode, which is going to be your user end, how you can train the model on your end, yes, that would detriment the model. What were the results when you backtested for 5 years? A significant increase in the flatness of the curve, and the line of best fit was much closer to the outliers of our returns than they were before we had the machine learning update. Before the machine learning update, there would be extremes where you would see somewhat large periods of volatility leading to elevated losses or elevated gains, and now the returns are much more normalized and closer to the distribution. The standard deviation of your returns are going to be significantly less when you're using the machine learning update. At least, once again, guys, legally not able to promise anything regarding average returns, but in your testing, you are going to experience a higher standard or a lower standard deviation of your returns when you are trading the new update. I think we got stopped out there. I looked away for a second. It looks like we're going to be switching into trend mode here. Will this work the same if I do not have the premium AC4 chart? Yes, but when you train the model, you will not experience the same level of incoming data points if you don't have the AC4 Plus. Once again, guys, just going to give you guys a bit to watch and see as I move around my chart. This is not a sticker or anything like that, as some of you guys were saying. Which is fine. Skepticism is healthy. And once again, just going to click around here. This is not. You can see that there would be some discrepancy with the highlighting there, if that itself was a sticker. Does machine learning change the setting on the fly? When trading at the end of the session, it changes it on the fly. Just like here with the formation of this upper absorption area there, we're going to be switching into regression mode. Just got to fill long. Well, almost immediately when we did that, I'm glad we switched. Yes, machine learning, the whole purpose of it is to optimize settings. So there are two, Anshan Faruqi said, can you elaborate? I hope I pronounced that right. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. Can you please elaborate what you mean by training the model? Is it turning on the optimization mode and then trade? So there are multiple ways to use the machine learning update. There is the easy way, which is just to use the machine learning settings optimization on the right-hand panel. And then there is the more in-depth and advanced way. And that would be to open up these strategy settings, and there is something called train the model. And you will have the option to continuously train the model based off your decisions. It will take in data based off of any indicator you wish. At least in our testing, we haven't found any incompatible indicators, but it will take data from those indicators and it will try and learn based off of those indicators on when to change settings as well. So you have a very wide range of possibilities on how you can use the model. Yes, Anisha, we do have a 3-month performance chart on the website, but I can definitely pull that up for you later. How to properly choose min, volume, and imbalance ratio. You actually won't have to do that anymore. It's going to come with a baseline settings and it will optimize it on the fly. Do the indicators have to be volumetric? No, they do not have to be volumetric. You can actually use any indicator that you wish in regards to optimization. You could use an ATR. You could use a simple moving average. You can use quite literally anything available in the NinjaScript laboratory, including custom indicators too, as long as their parameter or their output is public. Yes, you would expect the same. You would get the same what's it called, features, the exact same optimization with easy mode. Yeah, I think it's I'm not allowed to say it's easy mode, so I can't call it easy mode, but it is the simpler way to do it. Do I need some kind of experience in order to use the automated trading robot? Yes, you absolutely do. If you don't have any experience trading futures, I don't think that's a good idea to hop right into that. I would suggest playing around with sim. I would suggest learning about futures contracts themselves, because these things are highly leveraged. These are very, very leveraged instruments. I mean, the notional value on these is something in the range of $100,000 per contract. So you definitely do need some experience to trade this. But in regards to order flow experience or like learning how to trade a strategy itself, no, not necessarily. You can't really have any experience before going into it, because it's unlike any other kind of trading style. Would all the users be using the same settings for using optimized options? If that's the case, then there could be issue with fills. No, you would not actually. You will not have the same. You're very careful to make sure that's true. You will not have the same entries with optimized settings. It is going to tailor it based off of your execution speed as well. And based off your execution speed, I guarantee there is not a single person with the exact same execution speed over a course of 10 trades. So it is going to deviate further and further and further the more usage there is. So yes. ML will improve its trading executions on a daily basis on its own. Not on a daily basis, on an intraday basis. So we'll actually do this on the fly. Oh shoot, sorry guys. I meant to switch it into trend mode there, as we have a breakout in the bottom direction. Well, it looks like we've encountered some kind of resistance there. What VPS do you use? I use a concierge selection, which I could possibly fix for you guys and release it. I don't know if you guys are actually interested in a Futures Analytica VPS, but our connection speed is quite fast. It is in the near sub-millisecond range. So that's just for my personal use at the moment. But there are plenty of VPSs out there that can get very, very competitive execution speeds. What indicators have you found to be promises while doing the ML testing? I have found a simple exponential moving average. Actually, it is surprisingly good at optimizing, and we're eventually going to be releasing an automated trend and regression selection with that. That could be an additional module. I'm not sure yet. We're still testing it, making sure that it does do correct decisions for you. Looks like there we are at $3,100 on the day now. We're starting to pick it up finally. But yeah, simple EMA, even a cumulative delta, actually, super good. What else? I mean, we've tested probably 15 of them. We've seen pretty stellar results from a lot of them. I would stay away from things like fractals. It doesn't like fractals. Fractals are visual, so fractals aren't really going to be able to be interpreted unless we implement a fractal module later, but at the moment we're not doing that. Looks like we got filled short here. It's getting a very strong downtrend at the moment. Not sure if there's some news that I don't know about. Someone let me know if there is. Just gonna continuously do this out the stream. You can see here that we are moving our chart trader around. See here, we're clicking and you can see the account display name. Just got filled short, and then we got filled almost immediately. Very, very easy downtrend here, guys. Hope you guys also caught this as well. We may encounter some resistance here. Just got filled short here. This might be a little difficult to get filled, but we'll see. All right, there we go. Another dub. We're at 4,100 on the day now. Our first red since all the way up here. First red support level there was formed, but we blew right through that. Chandler's name says, do you prefer to use RMSE value or R squared value to show variance? You can actually use both, and we have, yeah, that would be R2 values. So the root mean square error and R squared values are both available to be displayed to the user. I don't have a specific preference. I think they both have their uses for sure. The user is able to iterate over this process until they find a data set that is satisfactory, which would be a low RSME and high R2 values, by the way. So you do, I personally would use both of them. I would optimize for both when you're training the model. Fortunately, we got stopped out there. That is going to confirm us on a range. This is a previously marked level. I should delete that. My ATI is not entering the same trades as yours. So guys, again, this is the machine learning update preview. This is not the same version of Player that you guys are using. So it is going to be optimizing settings on the fly. It is not going to be possible to mirror the exact entries and exits if you're not using this version. Looks like we got filled long there. We'll see how this goes. This is inside of the range that was formed by the imbalance. But we'll see how that goes. So I can train on a supply and demand indicator. Yes, you can. You can train on a supply and demand indicator. Will this new machine learning optimize to counter the slight data lag? I am interested about what you mean by slight data lag. If you're experiencing slight data lag, I don't know what slight means. Slight could be anywhere from 5 milliseconds all the way to 500. There's always going to be some kind of latency, but I will say that it does calibrate based off of your execution and internet speed. So I could say yes to that question, but I do need more information to accurately answer what you have to say. Fortunately, there is another loss right there. Back down to 36.77. Can I train this machine learning on order flow from Trader Dale? If Trader Dale has an order flow indicator that is an actual indicator where it outputs a numerical value, yes, you can. What's your take profit settings? Off the top of my head, it was 18 take profit, 16 stop loss with a 9 tick what's it called? -9 auto break even at 13 takes a profit. Yeah, that was what it was. With MIT take profit enabled. How and when did you get into trading? You have an impressive knowledge for such a young age. Thank you, Evan. I do appreciate that comment. Hold on. 1 second, Evan. I'll get to that in a sec. Just going to be switching into trend mode here. I do think we're going to get a breakout here, especially with the, looks like we got a long fill. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how we do here. Almost got filled there. Unfortunate that we did not. That was super close. I can't help but just focus and watch as these trades play out, even if I'm not actually doing anything while the trade's open. Fortunately, I filled there back up to 4 on the day there. Sorry, to answer your question, I got into it in high school. We had a career day where one of the kids brought in their dad, who was a quant trader, and he shared with us a lot of interesting insights about it, and that is what got me very interested, because I thought the analytical approach to trading like that was super interesting, and the fact that there are edges available out there to be found. It's like an Easter egg hunt. So yeah, that's how I initially got into trading. So the ML capable of running 24 hours. Also, will it function just as well with micros? It is capable of running 24 hours. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. And it does function just as well with micros, because we do have a feature in Polarity and the AC4 Plus which allows you to trade micros based off of the full contract order flow data. You would just check that box inside of the indicator and strategy settings, and then that's how you would trade micros, because you'd be trading with the accurate full contract data. Do we need to know order flow to take trades? Is the system taking trades automatically? Can you do a session for beginners? So once the system is enabled, it takes trades and manages them automatically, including entries and exits. The only thing that you need to be able to understand is the basic order flow concepts of finding ranges and when those ranges are broken. When ranges are broken, you're going to be inside of trend mode, and when ranges are not broken, you're going to be inside of regression mode. You're also going to need to learn entropy, which is also inside the guidebook, which is the correlation between delta and price. If you see a low correlation between delta and price, you are going to be getting a high entropy area. So in this area, we saw a very low entropy, or a this is a very medium entropy area in this previous range there. Looks like we got filled in the downward direction. We may re-enter this range, which would require us to put it in regression mode. Hopefully you guys will be able to understand what I meant by that. Just got filled short here again in trend mode, which would put us back into this range. But we did have, yeah, that's definitely going to be a regression mode confirmation, especially with that negative bar at 826 and positive delta, very high positive delta, even though we had negative price action. That's going to be a high entry area that we're going to be entering now. Hopefully we get filled on this. If we get stopped out, then we'll have to switch back to trend mode. That puts us at 47.29 on the day. I've noticed that the trailing stop loss or auto break even for regression doesn't work for me, but in trend mode it saves me a lot. I'm curious about if you're saying that auto break even doesn't work in terms of like it doesn't technically work, or if it just isn't profitable for you. Have you observed something similar? You know, I can definitely see that happening for regression mode, particularly, especially if there is high volatility. You might need to be more observant about adjusting the size of your take profit and stop loss when you are doing that, because the volatility can definitely affect it. There's going to be a lot of chop, and just the natural market movement could be too long for that auto break even. So you might want to disable the auto break even. That is a good idea for an update. Maybe we could do a ATM selection that's separate based off of what mode you're in. So if you're in regression, you have a specific mode, a specific ATM strategy, and if you're in trend, you have another specific ATM strategy. It could be very helpful. Also, guys, now that we're up to 5,100 on the day, just again, going to be moving around my chart trader there. You can see that we are not using an OBS overlay like some have alleged, and also check out our display name with our executions. So this is not a sticker as well. You can't do that, especially on a stream, guys. So you know, I can't blame healthy skeptics in the industry. It looks like we got our last fill here. We'll see how this trades out. If we stop, we'll have to continue trading, but we'll see. All right, you guys, fortunately we did end up winning that trade. Make sure that if you're interested and you're technically savvy, please guys, if you aren't comfortable with NinjaTrader and using computers, please do not apply. We will, of course, be catering to you guys when the full release comes out. There's nothing wrong if you're not comfortable on a computer, but guys, just wanted to reiterate that. But if you are interested in helping us improve the system, it's of course a free beta if you own the software, and we would love to see you guys apply and go through. It's always a pleasure to work with you guys on this. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today, and I apologize for the live stream being pushed back again to today instead of Tuesday. Just again, there was that sort of events going on in the Middle East and just wasn't comfortable profiteering off of that. And yeah, guys, so thank you so much. I think that we'll be doing another live stream this week, and stay posted for more news regarding the machine learning update. Thank you guys for tuning in.